on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.
From Coralville, Iowa and the Extreme Arena, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. The finale of a 4-match homestand comes today and brings the 11-10, 2-7 Hawkeyes against the 2-11, 1-8 Rutgers Scarlet Knights. I'm John Evans with my star color analyst Reagan Coyle. The Hawkeyes put together a strong performance Friday night, winning the rematch against Michigan State in 4 sets. Alyssa Warden had a career night with 16 kills and 15 digs. Hannah Whittingstall, Carmel Varez, and Sharday Van Zant also were in double-figure kills, while Milana Moisio, Jamie Marquardt, and Sharday Van Zant also posted double-figure digs. The Hawkeyes hit 273 and finally tasted victory again. Rutgers visited State College Friday night and fell in 3 sets to the Nittany Lions. Aspen Maxwell has been incredible for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. She averages 3.85 kills per set, which is 5th in the Big Ten coming into the weekend. Lily Bolin runs an efficient offense for the Knights, and Zora Hardison throws up a mean block, and Allie Dutton is a solid libero. Iowa was much better in the serve-receive game and blocking against Michigan State, and Rutgers is the top ace team in the conference, so Iowa will be challenged today and will need to be focused in and on point on those details. Live from Coralville, it's the Scarlet Knights and the Hawkeyes from Extreme Arena on a Sunday afternoon. Hi, Reagan.
Hello. Good to be back. See if Hawkeyes can take advantage from the service line like we did see on Friday night, given Rutgers' struggles on the service line.
Really saw that after
their serve-receive line, I should say.
Yeah, really saw that after the first set. Iowa struggled a little bit against Michigan State, but then turned it up as that match went along. I think it was no aces and 4 errors in the first set, and Iowa ended up with 7 aces and 8 total errors. So a really good blend after set 1 there, put a lot of pressure. And quite frankly, it looked like they kind of broke Michigan State's serve receive there toward the end.
Definitely. They were really bringing the heat, and they were really dialed in at the service line. And just, we talked about it a lot on Friday night, but just being well-balanced kind of all around the court. Offense was firing on all cylinders. Defense was doing a great job keeping the ball alive. And Iowa's blocking was outstanding against Michigan State.
Yeah, they ended up, I mentioned the 4 players with double-figure digs. Claire Emerald also had 9, so they were pretty close there. And Iowa turned up the block, ended up with 8. They got out-blocked by 1. There was a series of points there at the end where Michigan State had a couple blocks. Otherwise, Iowa had taken the blocking lead. So really key, I think. And that starts with the serve. I was talking to Brian Yale before the match, and one of the things he talked about was if you can put pressure and make a team at least somewhat predictable. We've seen Iowa set double and triple blocks, which allows them to, you'll take your chances that if Moisio's got a small seam to try to dig, that she'll do okay with that.
Right, and I think the key was really getting Michigan State out of system, and that's when the Hawks took advantage of, running points up the scoreboard. And Michigan State really had kind of that one go-to hitter, Staniszewska, on Friday night. So we're going to see that again today with Rutgers, with Aspen Maxwell. The only benefit that we have today with that is she's on the right side, so it's harder to get out-of-system balls to the right side as opposed to Friday night.
Yeah, they will try to jam the ball to her, though. As you look at the stats, she has nearly twice as many swings as most players. Byzantine and Garvey have nearly 400 swings, but Maxwell is over 600, so she's going to do the ball. And I think more impressively, she's done it. She still hits 248, so she's seeing that kind of volume and still hits, at least a tolerable percentage that you're willing to jam the ball to her if she's gonna be at least that level of efficiency.
Definitely, it's going to be important for Iowa's block to find her early and make her switch up her shots. At least get 2 blockers on her. It's going to be important for Hawkeye middles to get that ball or get the block sealed and closed there on the pin.
Yeah, you want to see 4 hands. If you can get 6, even better. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. And I don't know, you probably didn't notice. I fat-fingered the end of the match. When we went to commercial at 24-22, I fat-fingered coming back out of our thing. So I didn't come back until we were into the post-game show. So,
okay.
So nobody heard the Sade Van Zandt tip. We talked about it. We were there. We talked about it. But so I owe everyone an apology on that. I think I've done that now twice this year, where I've fat-fingered coming back out of a break. So I will own that. I'd love to blame it on the lousy wireless connection, and I thought about doing that, but instead it was I just figured I'd own it. It was all me. Hawkeyes in white again. Libero Mo Moisio in black. It'll actually be the same starting lineup we saw the other night. It'll be Whittingstall, Warden, Van Zandt, Amaral, Varez, and Stojanovic. Whittingstall headed to the bench, and Mo Moisio in to serve. For Rutgers, Aspen Mitchell, Zora Hardison, Lexi Byzantine, Natalie Robinson, Allie Bolin, Tara Garvey, and the libero is Allie Dutton. Rutgers in red, Allie Dutton, the libero, in black. So it'll be a face-off of black-shirted liberos. And we'll get started with Lily Bolin serving. Pops it over at Warden. And the #1 ace team in the conference starts with 1. It just kind of kept floating and got in deep into Warden there.
Yeah, and she looked back at her bench like, is that in? I think it would have dropped in the end line there.
Right back to her. Good pass this time. Amaral Stojanovic. Good dig there from Bolin. Maxwell's first swing sails wide. And the Hawks get on the board with a service error, or a hitting error.
Good setup on Maxwell. Make her either choose hard cross or hard line. Hawks did a good job of covering up most of the middle of the court on that block.
Stojanovic fires it. Dutton, decent pass, but off the tape. Back row's tipped over. Stojanovic, Amaral, Van Zandt. Good swing there. That's the donut, the campfire that Iowa had a really difficult time covering on Friday night. Stojanovic, the middle that wants to be libero with a good pickup.
Right. You love to see that effort from a middle, though, coming up and covering that tip. But yeah, like we said, they struggled with it on Friday night, so it's going to be important for those off blockers to come off the net and take that ball.
Stojanovic sails the serve wide. And I did talk about that with Coach Yale too. Last year we saw Michelle Urquhart run through and get all those from kind of the left side, and Iowa had shifted a little, but now they're kind of going back to they really do depend on that off blocker to go pick that up and see it. So Iowa can make sure they pull that off. Serve off the tape. Good diving play from Whittingstall, right side to Varez, and the block catches the sideline.
Well, you know, we're only 5 points in, and we've seen both Iowa middles make a diving play on the floor. Not something you see every match.
That was outstanding, though, as the serve from Della Mater hit the tape and rolled over. Whittingstall alert. Warden, good pass. Right side swing for Varez. Catches tape. Good dig from Bolin. Maxwell off the block and scores. That was a good set from Dutton there. And it's 4-2 Rutgers.
That's a good dig by Bolin on Varez's swing. There was a nice seam for her to hit through the block, but just didn't hit the floor soon enough before finding a platform.
Della Mater pulls the trigger, floats it at Warden again. Amaral tight ball. Whittingstall off the block, easy dig. Middle attacks, swiped over. Amaral's there. Right side to Varez, she tips. Easy dig for Maxwell. First outside swing, high off hands. Good play from Warden. Amaral And Van Zant sends it well over the block. It's 5-2 Rutgers.
Iowa's offense just looks a beat slow right now. They're having a hard time getting a good connection with their attacks.
How many matches have we said that this year in
Right.
the first set? De La Mater knocks it down the line at Moisio. Perfect pass to Amaral, right side to Vares. Ooh, off of Byzantine's head. 5-3.
Vares just attacks that ball so high. She's able to get on top of it, and yeah, just right off the head for Byzantine.
Marquardt in for Vares. Jamie will serve. Pops another cross. Good drop, but a good pass. Middle attack swiped over. Moisio couldn't quite dive and get there. Robinson with the kill out of the middle.
And that's that tip that would be nice for Van Zant to help out on that a little bit, just because Moisio is covering so much court there on the left side.
Dutton knocks the serve over. Good pass from Marquardt. Amaral outside Van Zant. Off hands, dug up by Dutton. Middle attack. Oh boy. Hardison in system, right on top of the tape. Sends it straight down. 7-3 Rutgers.
Call that a 0 set. Not high enough to be a 1. That's just right above the tape. The middle's up in the air, ready to swing before the setter even contacts it.
Dutton, Marquardt again. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Good dig from Bolin, but kind of left it in no man's land there and fell to the floor. 7-4 on the Whittingstall kill.
The classic kind of Whittingstall slide cross court. That is her best swing.
Van Zant, good solid serve, bad pass. Second ball's taken by Dutton. Right side or left side swing. That was a beauty from Byzantine, completely out of system, and she still got full rip on it. 8-4 now Scarlet Knights. Maxwell back to serve. She pops it over. Marquardt, good high ball. Back row, tipped over. Easy dig for Byzantine. Maxwell from the back row, dug by Van Zant. Amaral slide, open slide for Whittingstall as Byzantine just got completely lost with Amaral.
I love that slide run in transition. Will definitely catch the block off balance, and she had an open net there, Whittingstall did, and caught a little bit of a piece of the tape on the way down, but a kill's a kill.
Whittingstall now to serve. Sends that well long. She served early in the match Friday night and then ended up switching out. She has that aggressive serve, and boy, when it's on, it's really on, but every once in a while she catches one behind her and just sends it sailing. 9-5 Rutgers. Big high toss, big high rip. Moisio, decent pass, middle of the floor. Amaral outside to Warden. That ball hit all tape and catches the line anyway. 10-8, or I'm sorry, 10-5. Byzantine, boy, that one, I think she actually mishit that ball and just created a curveball slider on it and goes for another ace.
Yeah, it's the pace that you see with a topspin serve. So to see her do that without the full topspin approach is pretty unconventional.
11-5 Rutgers, timeout Iowa, 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Hopefully the alarm clock is going off in the Hawkeye huddle as Rutgers who it's actually should be, they feel like it's an hour earlier as they came in from Penn State, East Coast time, and certainly ready to go. And Iowa has unfortunately not been here as Rutgers put together a couple scoring runs.
Just having a hard time getting going. Offense is hitting 0.77 as opposed to Rutgers hitting 3.75. So, yeah, unforced errors is going to be key to eliminate.
Byzantine goes at Marquardt. Tight ball to Amaral. Slide behind her to Stojanovic. And she misses wide with no touch. They tried hard to touch it. They just all missed it. So Iowa now hitting 0 with 2 errors and then 2 aces for Rutgers. That ball sails over the inline as Sharday Van Zandt had to go full Neo from the matrix to get out of the way. And Claire Amaral to serve for the Hawks. Dutton, perfect ball. Back row to Maxwell. She just swipes it over. Van Zandt, Amaral, Warden tips. Good play there from Garvey. Maxwell tips. Boy, she whiffed at it. She catches a break. Stojanovic, great back set, but a fantastic dig from Byzantine. Garvey tips wide. It was a great tip, actually.
It was a great tip, but yeah, she was sailing into the net on that ball. I was a little worried about ankles underneath there.
Coach Schweihofer comes up because the net was bouncing. She thought for sure it was Iowa, and her hitter told her, no, that was me. Another service error for Iowa as Amaral tried to go short and left it too short. 13-7 Rutgers. Zora Hardison now to serve. Ooh. Nearly brains Natalie Robinson. Zinged right over her right shoulder. Middle of the net, 13-8. Warden comes forward quickly. Bad pass from Byzantine, and Iowa gets their first ace, 13-9. Alyssa did that Friday night too, and she is back at the line, and she is ready to go.
Yeah, it's a really fast tempo.
Sends a floater this time. Dutton, though, perfect ball all the way across. Garvey fired it right down the line at Amaral, and Claire went self-protection mode and couldn't get the ball in the air. 14-9. Boland back to serve. Good first lap for Rutgers. Warden, overpass, look out.
Yeah, Iowa just really struggling from a serve and pass standpoint. Having a really hard time getting balls in system to Amaral and lots of service errors.
Yeah, that won't go as an ace, but easy kill for Garvey on the overpass. Warden uses hands this time. Amaral behind her to Varez. Timing of that didn't look perfect, but it worked out as Varez went to the far one corner and scored.
It was good tempo by Amaral, but just a little bit off the net. Needs to be a little tighter to the net for Varez to really get a bounce kill, but she was able to, like you said, send it cross court and get a kill.
15-10, Stojanovic to serve. Good solid serve there. That got her off the logo. Swiped over. Van Zandt, bad first contact. Iowa will keep it in play. Maxwell takes it. Boland pushes it back row to Byzantine off the tape. Warden. Varez just rolls it over. Dutton. Garvey, powerful swing. And unfortunately, the Hawks get a great dig and end up in the net on Varez.
Always a tough get as a defensive player back there. You work really hard to get a nice dig and can't make anything out of it.
16-10. De La Mater to serve. That goes right in the middle of the net. 16-11.
Both sides of the net struggling a little bit on serving. This whole set just feels slow.
Yes. A little disjointed here to start. Who can find some rhythm and go? Marquardt knocks it right down the line. De La Mater, good pass. Maxwell. Boy, that's a ball Iowa's got to get in the air there. Warden just kind of whiffed at it as she went through. 17-11.
It looked like it might have been sailing out, but she was on a little shallow on the court, so hard to know.
Dutton knocks it over. Amaral, middle of the floor. Slides behind Whittingstall, but it's going to work out. Hannah has been good offense for the Hawks. She's got 3 kills at 17-12.
She has. She's leading the way. Everyone needs to kind of follow in her footsteps right now.
Van Zant pops the serve over Byzantine. Perfect pass. Right side to Maxwell. Hawks get the block. Warden and Whittingstall are there, 17-13.
Amazing block by Warden. She was pressed over the net. That ball went straight down. That'll get Iowa side fired up.
Van Zant, strong serve there, but a perfect pass. Right side again. Warden's there again. That was a fantastic close. She was not in any position, but her quickness got her back over there, and she just got warned. 17-14. Another great serve, another really strong pass across, this time to Byzantine. It's blocked again. Byzantine again, tips this time. Marquardt's there. Amaral dumps it in and scores. 17-15.
That one gets the crowd kind of alive again. It was a little quiet in here, but what a way to create some momentum on the Iowa side. 2 stuff blocks by Warden and a kill from Amaral to kind of get this place feeling alive again.
Well, and they took a good swing there, and Iowa blocked that one and really kind of disrupted some rhythm there from Rutgers. 60 seconds at 17-15 Rutgers. We'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Merchman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Merchman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Merchman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Merchman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at a fired-up Extreme Arena. Partially the Iowa play and then free T-shirts at the timeouts. Gets everybody wound up.
Van Zant really bringing the heat from the service line, but Rutgers doing a really good job passing those serves right now.
Yeah, she's serving exceptionally well. The first one she served, I thought maybe would have sailed, putting a little bit more top on it, but Rutgers diming him up so far. Takes a little off that one, another perfect pass. Goes back to the outside. Amaral's there. Moisio, beautiful dig. Amaral across to Warden. Oh, my.
Warden came to play today after those tough blocks. That was the hardest I've seen her swing.
Didn't start the way she wanted, but it has progressed nicely here as the set's gone along. 17-16. Van Zant with the service error. It was a good 5-0 run.
Tonight, I should say today, it is noon. It is not nighttime yet.
Now we'll see if that hurts. If that's a momentum killer or Maxwell to serve. 18-16. Marquardt, good ball to Amaral. Back row to Van Zant. Blocked by Hardison. Not sure that was really high or over. Just right down the middle, an easy block.
Yeah, it was really quick tempo kind of back row attack there. You got to find zone 1 or zone 5 on that.
Oh, but the Hawks catch a break as Maxwell hits it in the net. 19-17. And Mo Moisio will serve. Mo pops it over. Byzantine, perfect pass. Right side slide. Misses wide from Hardison, 19-18.
It's going to be important for the Hawks to keep capitalizing on points. They really worked their way back into this set. Now have to work hard to really take this one.
Moisio, big high floater. Byzantine, perfect ball. Slide again. Tipped over this time. Mo's there. Amaral. Van Zant from the back. Dutton, easy dig. Right side slide. Sails it. Oh, called the touch. 20-18.
Yeah, nobody on Iowa's side arguing against that. I'm guessing they for sure got a piece of it.
Like Warden, as she tried to close a little late. Byzantine, the powerful, a funny jump serve. See how it goes. perfect. Marquardt, great pass. Emerald out to Warden. That ball just absolutely blew up Maxwell. Goes across the Iowa side and over the end line.
Warden just absolutely bringing the heat. Like I said, I haven't seen her hit this hard all season. She's just connecting really well.
Emerald sends it into the corner to Byzantine. Outside to Garvey, she tips. Warden's there off ball. Varez tips, it's a good one, but Bolin with the dig. Garvey off the net, chops it down the line. Boy,
Really awkward swing. It just kind of caught the side of her hand and found its way just perfectly down the line.
Rutgers has scored on a couple points that were less than pretty, but that's the way it goes. Wilcock to serve, 21-19 Rutgers. Pops it over. Van Zandt, good ball to Amaral. Middle attack, Stojanovic has to tip though. Garvey. Back row to Maxwell, and she tools the block.
And you know they're going to find Maxwell even out of system on that back row attack. Got to stay patient if you're a blocker on that back row. I talk about it all the time, but you have to wait a second longer to put up hands on that.
Wilcock is very patient. She got the go whistle quite a while ago. She comes forward now, sends it over at Moisio. Middle of the floor to Amaral, right side to Warden. Has to just chop though. She does use Bolin. Garvey, big swing. Moisio, diving play. Varez from the left, off the. Boy, I thought that hit off the antenna.
I thought it did too, but it just must have caught the tape just inside.
And nobody seems to be questioning or asking. So give Varez the kill as it rattles through. 22-20 Rutgers. Warden to serve. She is the opposite of Wilcox. She comes forward quickly. Back row to Byzantine. And the Hawks can't get it dug up and over. 6 contacts still don't quite work. 23-20. Really expected Coach Barnes to use the timeout here. Does not. Bolin again. Warden, tight ball to Amaral. Stojanovic misses wide, 24-20. And that will draw the timeout. 60 seconds, Iowa in a hole. We'll be right back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here in Coralville. Rutgers a point away from taking the first set. It's 24-20. Iowa hitting just 138. Rutgers hitting 233.
You know, it feels like winning Varez, Warden, they're starting to find their rhythm a bit better with Amaral sets. Just maybe decided to turn it on a little bit too late this first set.
Bolin will serve for the set for the Scarlet Knights. Warden, Amaral. Van Zandt is blocked again. Tough first set for Charday. And Rutgers takes the first set, 25-20.
Iowa showed some good moments there trying to work their way back from Rutgers' lead, but it's going to be important for the second set for them to start off play that way versus waiting until they've kind of dug themselves into a hole to really turn it on.
Well, we talked about it Friday night. The energy level has to be high all the time. Your play, how well you play will ride up and down a little bit, but your energy level needs to be kind of in the upper quadrant all the time.
For sure.
We'll take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Rutgers takes the first set 25-20. Reagan will be back here in just a second. She's judging a pumpkin drawing contest here. The blindfolded pumpkin drawing contest.
Yes.
Got to get the full effect.
Can't forget about the bike though. You know, if we get too cold here, I might run over there really quick.
I decided
brought a blanket.
Yeah, when I brought my coat, I'm going to use it. It's now my blanket on my lap. It is marginally better than it was Friday night, but we'll see if it improves much more. Rutgers, I don't know if they really dominated the first set or as much as Iowa kind of hurt themselves in the first set, and Rutgers was willing takers of the first set.
Definitely, Garvey doing a good job attacking. Iowa having a hard time slowing her down, but. You know, Maxwell's kind of the key there as well, but, you know, she's got 3 kills and 3 errors, so they might look to go to Garvey a bit more. It's going to be important for Iowa's block to keep taking away most of the court for her and for their offense to get going as well.
Now, Iowa was incredibly balanced Friday night. Started there kind of mostly that way, but they're going to need more out of Charday and Sashka if it's really going to work here. Warden knocks the serve over. Byzantine, perfect pass. Right side slide. Boy, and that was good reach for Robinson as she really went and got that ball.
Kind of what we see from Woodingstall on the slide, but that was more seam than typical cross that we see from Woodingstall.
Bowen, strong serve. Warden, Amaral, right side to Varez. Block came a little late, squeaked through the hands and scores. We're tied at 1. Sashka now to serve for Iowa. Pops it across. Byzantine, bad pass. Bowen, good ball. Garvey. I'm sorry, Maxwell sends it flying.
Going to be crucial for Iowa to really put points on the board and capitalize on Rutgers' errors. They weren't able to do that in the first, so it's going to be important now.
And there was Garvey stepping in front of Byzantine. Really, Rutgers wants to, they're going to have 2 people return serve. Byzantine's going to touch a lot of them, and then Dutton will get the rest, and they're going to branch out of the way. Maxwell, that one got into Byzantine. pushed all the way across. Big swing through the block, dug by Moisio, and then dunked over by Maxwell. Iowa did a good job getting the Garvey swing up in the air, but just floated over. DeLaMater now to serve. 3-2 Iowa. Good strong serve there. Amaral chases it down. Good ball from Van Zandt just to get it in the court. Right side. Good block from Charday. That's a great close on Maxwell. Again, like Warden in the first set, she was late getting out there, but used her quickness and extended and got the block.
Yeah, it's good to see her kind of getting going after a little bit of a slow start offensively. So great block, press over the net.
Marquardt sends the serve long. 4-3 now.
And those are the things we have to eliminate after a really good block and play by Van Zandt. You have to capitalize on that with at least a serve over the net, make Rutgers work for their point.
And then Dutton hands it right back as she fires it in the net. I guess if I'm going to take one of the two, I'm going to take 2 feet long as opposed to into the net, but I'd prefer to not have either at this point. Van Zandt to serve, 5-3. Good strong serve. Right side slapped over and blocked straight down by Warden. Boy, that's, as a hitter, that's the worst feeling in the world. Maxwell's going to get a hitting error for that, and there was nothing she could do with it.
Right, basically set right into Warden's block. So you have to touch it, got to do something with it, but yeah.
Byzantine, bad pass, ace serve. 7-3 Iowa.
Iowa doing a better job from the service line this set.
DeLaMater, good pass, middle of the floor. Tipped over, dug by Marquardt. Amaral dunks it over, dug by Dutton. Right side to Maxwell, blocked again. Boy, that's a tough ball for her again. She tried to just kind of chop it over, and Warden with good hang gets the block.
And that's her 4th block.
8-3 Iowa. Van Zandt, strong serve. DeLaMater, bad pass. Just gets knocked over. Moisio, Amaral, Warden rolls, Dutton diving play. Bolin backs up. Maxwell swings strongly and catches the far line. 8-4.
And Maxwell had to do something different with that play. Warden's got her number, kind of locking down the seam. She went sort of high snap, just found the zone 1 on Iowa side.
Maxwell, great serve, overpass. And Hardison got up quicker than Amaral did, wins the joust, 8-5. Rutgers just 2 aces, but Iowa's had 2 overpasses that turned into quick points as well. Perfect serve there. Amaral goes and gets it. Van Zandt from the back row. Dutton, good play. Bolin, Byzantine.
Amaral with the block on that. Whittingsell, great close there, but Amaral had every piece of that.
Thank you. Coach Schweihofer got in my way. 9-5. As I kept moving, so did she. Moisio knocks the serve over Byzantine, middle of the floor. Bolin behind her. Dug by Moisio. Amaral. Warden scores. You kind of feel like with Bolin in the front row, you know, she's 5'7". Iowa has to take advantage of that, especially with Warden and her hops.
100%. She's swinging really well right now.
Moisio, good serve. DeLaMater, okay ball. Byzantine fires it down the line off Marquardt, 10-6.
Both pins right now tonight on Rutgers and Iowa side, just kind of taking turns, finding different spots on the floor. We haven't seen much action out of middles on either side.
Byzantine with the jump serve. Marquardt reaches for it, and her arms weren't long enough. 10-7 on the ace. Marquardt reaches, knocks at the net. Warden, two-hand push. Garvey with the dig. The slide from Hardison, and fired it off of Marquardt again. It's 10-8.
That's a really fast tempo set. Hardison waiting till the last minute to take her approach and really elevate, turn her body, bring that ball back cross court.
Moisio, tight ball. Amaral, good set. And Iowa tried the soft tip, and Garvey just rejected it on Stojanovic. And Iowa in control early, but it's now 10-9. Timeout Iowa. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here in Coralville. Iowa got out quickly in set 2, but Rutgers has responded with a 4-0 run. It's 10-9. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find your nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Trying to figure out what this conversation is here between the down referee and Coach Schweihofer.
Yeah, just lots of trading points back and forth. We're not seeing many long rallies. You know, we've got 6 service aces total tonight. 10 errors, though, between both teams. And
Rutgers is second to last in the conference in digs. Didn't expect a lot of long rallies today, but needed more to go Iowa's way. Byzantine off the tape. Good play from Amaral. Stojanovic steps in. Tight ball to Amaral. And Iowa catches a huge break there. Stojanovic put the set right on the tape. Amaral kind of felt for one of her hitters. That was a trap set, but she was able to push it off the block. 11-9.
Stojanovic finally gets her assist.
Amaral knocks it over at Byzantine. Bad pass. Nobody goes for it. Shoved over. Great diving play from Maxwell. Fares blocked, covered by Amaral. Moisio steps in. Tight ball to Warden. And she's blocked by Bolin.
And that's the matchup that you want, but Amaral really has to elevate that ball for Warden with her high vertical and off the net so Warden can do something with it.
11-10, Hardison to serve. Bad pass, nobody really goes for it. Rolled over by Vares, tight ball there. Garvey gets an open swing. Boy, it's like Iowa just seeing everything that half beat late. And so then you're just constantly scrambling and chasing. We're tied at 11.
And Amaral just running all over the floor right now on serve receive.
Hardison again. That one fires off Van Zandt into the Iowa bench. 12-11 Rutgers with their first lead since early in the set. And Iowa will make the change. Van Zandt will leave. Greta Schleister will come in. Let Iowa kind of go back to a more traditional 3-person receive. Takes away an offensive option from the back row. Greta, good pass. Right side of Warden, through the block and scores.
Warden on the right side there. Good cross-court swing by her to get them out of that Rutgers run.
Tied at 12. Warden, good quick coming forward. Byzantine, okay pass. Right side slides, tipped over. Stojanovic, Amaral, Van Zandt. Dug by Byzantine, another tight ball. She was not in the net. We're going to see if coach decides to challenge. She does not. Was a lot of ball caught the net.
Yeah, from our angle, I could see where you might think she was in the net, but yeah, it was all ball.
Byzantine, good pass. Right side, Garvey, blocked. 14-12. I'm not sure if that was blocked as much as it was in the net on a low ball from Garvey.
I think Stojanovic got a piece of it. She got the fist pump kind of on her way back to the huddle.
Warden quickly again. Byzantine, okay pass. Garvey another try off the block, and unfortunately through 14-13.
Unlucky touch by Varez. She's so high, which is great, you know, to add some height on your block, but those hands when they're high instead of pressed over is a easy target for a tool.
Bolin fires a good serve. Warden, great pass. Stojanovic out of the middle. Dutton, good dig. Back row Byzantine. That's the way a back row attack's supposed to look, tied at 14.
And just finding a seam in the back row for Byzantine there.
Bolin pops a floater this time. Warden, not a good pass. Off the net for Van Zandt. Good sharp cross, but Dutton with a good dig. Back row for Byzantine. Warden, Amaral, Warden. Dug by Bolin. Dutton steps in, pushes it out to Maxwell. High off the block. Iowa in trouble scrambling. Varez, big swing off the block and scores. Boy, here too, you had two players in a pile there, and Mo Moisio jumps over and puts a pretty good ball out for Varez, and she gets the kill, her 5th.
Yeah, just lots of scramble play on Iowa's side right now. Everyone on defense just seems a little tense. Everyone's a little unsure about who's going to pick up the next ball.
Sashka sends that ball. Boy, you just, to your point earlier on a block, you just can't make that serve receiver or serve error there. Tied at 15.
And it was great to see them not do that on Friday night. I thought they did a good job of coming out of timeouts and capitalizing on scoring plays, but yeah, just kind of kicking themselves right now.
De La Mater, great serve, right side to Varez. Block came late, and that's too easy for Carmel. 16.
See if they can do it here.
Yeah, 16-15. Jamie comes in. Marquardt to serve for Varez. Good pass from Dutton. Middle attack. Robinson pushes it through the Whittingstall block, 16-all.
Whittingstall in a great spot right there. She a little late to get up and just tooled through her hands on the way down.
Dutton floats it over, just wide.
Van Zandt was kind of backpedaling to transition.
Yeah, Van Zandt wasn't in the serve receiver rotation, and Warden wasn't coming up to get it, so that ball needed to get wide.
And not touch anybody on the way out.
Van Zandt. Oi. 17-all on the service error.
And that's 7 service errors total for Iowa.
Maxwell.
And that's Rutgers' 7th service error. Yeah.
The numbers are similar. Rutgers 4 aces, 7 errors. Iowa 3 and 7. But I think Rutgers has still won the serve-receive battle. They've had a couple others. Knocked Iowa out of system. Moisio, good serve. De La Mater, perfect pass. And boy, that was another quick run to the middle for Hardison, tied at 18.
Yeah, Rutgers does a really good job of running that quick ball, whether it's Hardison in the middle on that zero, or that was kind of a back zero, really just following the setter, Bolin, wherever she is on the net.
Byzantine had a service run early in the set. She'll try again. Marquardt overpass. 19-18, timeout Iowa.
Iowa passing serve receive line, just struggling a bit tonight. Amaral is having to work really hard and run all over the court to just get a good ball up for her hitters.
I mean, I hate to be right about the part of it. Iowa needed to be better in that phase, or needed to continue the improvement in that phase to stay with it. And unfortunately, it's been all Rutgers from that side. Again, I don't even think I don't know that the 4 aces tell the story there, because whatever just happened there, Hardison did not get a kill there. That was an ace serve again. Hardison didn't go up and touch that, did she, on that one?
I don't know if she got a piece of it or not.
Yeah, so in any event, even if it's not, then that would still be the 3rd overpass kill to wrap up. So 4 aces, but but then another, double that number for balls that have terminated right away on a Rutgers kill. So Iowa hitting 294 in the set, just not getting enough swings. Rutgers with 8 more swings in the set than Iowa has.
Yeah, Iowa just out of system quite a bit, so I think that's probably the difference in swings. They're just not able to really put anything together offensively. Lots of out of system play, which we saw the exact opposite of on Friday night. We had everyone was contributing in the kill column for Iowa.
Yeah, Rutgers with the balance tonight. Maxwell, Hardison, and Garvey, 6, 6, and 5. And Byzantine to serve again. Perfect serve, perfect pass this time, outside to Warden, high off hands. Iowa with a had-to-have point, ties it at 19.
Warden is really the go-to hitter right now. She's really swinging so hard today, and she wants to get that kill for her team.
Amaral sends it over at Byzantine. Not a good pass. Bolin, Maxwell out of the back. Boy, that's just power through the block, but boy, I guess Iowa's back row is off to the side of the block, right? So when the ball squeaks through the block, that's not usually where your back defender is going to be positioned.
Right. The block did get a good touch on it to slow it down. It is a defendable ball, but yeah, defense kind of struggling a bit in the back row.
Wilcock floats it over, actually floats it into the net. Boy. The old joke as a serving sub, you've got one job.
Right.
Tied at 20. And Alyssa Warden to serve. Good strong serve. Byzantine into the crowd. Garvey, good hands. Bolin loses the joust. Boy, lifted it, tips it, throws it. Van Zant blocked late, and Hawks get Bolin in the net. 21-20, Iowa retakes the lead. And they better get ready, because when they get, Coach Schweihofer knows it. When the up ref gives the whistle, Warden's coming forward.
Right.
Byzantine, not a great pass, but it'll work. Garvey, perfect. Amaral, Fares. 22-20 Iowa.
Finally got a really clean play there from Iowa. It's a great dig. Pretty much in system for Amaral. She could have gone to the middle if she wanted to force it, but reverses and sets to Vares. Vares with a powerful swing through the block, and yeah, just good play start to finish there from Iowa. It's been a few points since we've seen one.
Nice run for Iowa. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit riversidecasinoandresort.com to learn more.
An important 3-0 run for the Hawks. Give them a 22-20 lead here. John Evans, Reagan Coyle, and Extreme Arena. Iowa down 1-0. Need the answer.
And Warden is who you want back there to really keep these points rolling late in the second set here.
Keep putting pressure on. She sends it at Byzantine. Decent pass to Bolin. Back row to Maxwell. Dug up by Warden. Van Zant. Good ball to Warden. Rolls it at Maxwell again. Hawks get the block. Bolin, good touch. Dutton, Garvey, tips. Boy, what an outstanding tip. Wow. I like to complain about not picking up tips. That one was really good.
Yeah, normally hitters tend to show it a little early. They kind of show you that open hand tip, but Garvey really wound up like she was going to rip on that ball and decided to tip it on her way down in the air. It's a great tip.
Bolin, great serve. Bad pass from Warden. Right side to Varez. Off the block, Dutton. Big contact there. Garvey slaps it over. Warden is ready, though. Right side to Varez. Catches the back line. And the Rutgers coaches wanted it out. They get a voice of reason from one of the players, though, that said it was in.
Yeah, it was a good reverse by Amaral. Varez kind of leading back, attacking that ball, but yeah, she was able to squeak it in just barely.
23-21, Sashka Stojanovic to serve. Floats it over, Byzantine, great ball to Bolin. Maxwell tips, Whittingstall gets it in the air. Sashka takes second contact, Van Zandt chops it down the line and scores, 24-21.
Give a assist for Stojanovic there if she wanted to take that set, but really smart shot by Van Zandt. She could have swung away at that ball, but I really love the kind of roll shot chop down the line.
Stojanovic for the set. Good ball from Byzantine, outside to Garvey. Warden ducked out of the way, wishing it was out. It caught back line, 24-22, Garvey with 7.
Garvey doing a good job on Rutgers' side, just really switching it up every play. We've seen the tip over the block, we've seen cross, we've seen line, we've seen shots by her. It's going to be important for Iowa to slow her down.
De La Mater goes at Warden, bad pass. Good ball to Van Zandt, off the tape, Bolin. Dutton steps in, behind her to Byzantine. Dug by Warden, Amaral's able to chase it. That's a great ball to Van Zandt. Dutton, good dig. Bolin, Byzantine, off the hands, 24-23.
That's a great rundown by Amaral. She took that ball facing away from the court and was still able to put up a good ball for Van Zandt.
Crowd trying to help Iowa finish set 2. De La Mater to fire. Warden jumps and takes it. Good ball. Varez. Taken by Bolin. This is coming to Maxwell. Warden with one hand. All the way across to Byzantine. Blocked it. Oh no! Just wide. What a one-on-one block from Varez. And she shows the coach. She shows the coach Barnes it was out. Holds her fingers just an inch apart. 24 all. Coach Barnes will use the challenge anyway. Probably not a bad play. He doesn't have a timeout left.
Right. You can use it as a timeout. You know, small chance it might be reversed, very, very small chance, but yeah, might as well use it if you can. That it's a huge momentum shifter if you're down 2 sets versus tied 1-1.
Yeah, when your player tells you it's out, that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, I think her hand measurement was correct. It's about 2 to 3 inches out.
Yeah, it's out enough.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do karaoke night. Love it. The other. So Iowa will be down a challenge, and we will be tied at 24 here in set 2. I mean, at the very least, again, you got De La Mater off the line. You got her to move a little bit. Got her into the huddle. 24 all. Good boy. That's a second or third ball that Alyssa has taken that is not the set, Coach. The down ref just called the set over. It is not over.
Right.
And
the up ref gave the X across the chest like match, but everyone was a bit confused there.
Allie Barrett steps in. Warden had taken 2 or 3 balls there that feel like they were out. And that ball goes off the tape and falls in front. That is just dirty. Allie Barrett's going to get aced on, and that's just not her deal at all. But unfortunately, it is 26-24 Rutgers, and it is 2 sets to none Rutgers. That is a swift kick in the shins.
It is, especially being so tight there in the last 10 points back and forth.
And that's what, again, Iowa's serve receive has been, well, poor, frankly. I mean that just wasn't the back half of that set there in the winning time points. That just wasn't very good.
Yeah, I think it all starts with serve receive. having a really hard time getting a ball in system for Amaral. And, when they do, our pins are doing a really good job. Warden, Vares, even our, Whitting saw when she does get the ball, but we weren't able to set the middles quite a bit because, it wasn't in system. So when we are in system, they're doing a good job taking advantage of it, but just not quite getting it done from the serve receive.
Your compounding of that problem is when you're out of system, you're probably rolling it or chopping it over, or you're doing something, and then that lets Rutgers run it right back to you in system, which then improves their offense.
Right. Absolutely, and they're not having to do much. Like you said, it's out of system coming from Iowa, so they don't have to play defense too tough to really get something going on their side.
I mean, this is a team, Rutgers is 17th in the conference in digs, and they're out digging Iowa right now. And again, it all, you can go back to the very basic part. It starts with serve receive, and Rutgers has just done, in general, a much better job of that than Iowa has. We're going to take 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quickstar's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find your nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Okay, I have a funny question for you. As a student athlete, a former student athlete, what's the part of where you want to be a student? Well, like yesterday. When you played, did you go to football games on a Saturday between the Friday, Sunday? How does that work?
Yeah, we would not really be allowed to go just for the sake of there's a lot going on in Iowa City. Football games can be tiring, whether you're going, maybe first quarter and then leave, but really Saturday in between the Friday, Sunday is important for recovery. It's important for nutrition. You don't get your normal Sunday to study, so you got to catch up on studying. But, you for sure have a practice, get a serve and pass, get a meal in. That was just the role when I was on the team, and it makes sense, that Saturday is important for recovery.
Yeah, where you're not really – well, and to your point, too, there was probably some team get-together, some practice.
Right.
Whether you're watching film on – because – it would have been the first time Saturday would have been the first time Iowa really looked at Rutgers. You're not going to look at Rutgers really before Michigan State, so you're going to kind of wait and see that anyway. So that would have been the first time the team got the book of, hey, watch out for Maxwell, watch out for Byzantine doing this and that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Well, Iowa has built a hill, and now they need to climb out of it.
They really
or
have.
Climb over it.
Yeah. And they're no stranger to 5-point sets, or 5-point sets.
See, I did the same thing.
5-set matches. 5-point sets would go pretty quick. Yeah.
That would be.
5-set matches, you know, they've seen quite a few this season, so they've done it before. They've climbed their way back, but it's never easy. And you just have to start point by point, just chipping away.
You'd need far fewer players if you played 5-point sets.
Exactly.
The scholarship opportunities would drop considerably. Lily Bolin will start set 3. Rutgers leads 2-0. Bolin has been really good at the service line. Warden, bad pass. Chased down by Amaral. Van Zandt actually gets a swing and scores. Boy, that was great hustle from Claire to get over to that so that Charday could actually swing instead of having to take second contact.
Right. But if you're Amaral, you really only have one option there, being so out of system, is to go to Van Zandt. You need to have that ball in system, to have all 3 options for Iowa.
Stojanovic floats it at Dutton, bad pass. Garvey, big swing, dug by Stojanovic. Amaral gets it, Whittingstall throws it off the head of Robinson, 2-0 Iowa.
Whittingstall's 4th kill. Pretty fast ball for her. She wasn't able to do much other than tip it on her way down, but it's a good kill.
On just 5 swings. Stojanovic, bad pass from Byzantine out to Garvey again, off the block. Boy, that ball's tight, no chance. Stojanovic with a great heads-up play. Whittingstall. What? Oh, so Claire touched it as it went past her.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, we definitely missed that all the way over here.
Yeah, so Claire as a back row setter couldn't go up and defend, but she sticks her hands up, and so the ball goes off of her hand, which makes the 4th contact after the 2 middles were fantastic. De La Mater at Warden. Good ball to Amaral this time. Middle to Whittingstall. Great play from Byzantine. Maxwell blocked. Good cover from Dutton. Byzantine blocked and off her body. Varez and Whittingstall with the block. Iowa up to 8 blocks. Lead the set 3-1.
It's great to get the block going early for Iowa. Make Rutgers move it around the court.
Marquardt. Boy, and that's exactly what Iowa did in set 2. Every time they built some momentum, it was another service error. I'm not angry.
It is frustrating to watch. You know, you work so hard to get a good point, get the momentum kind of swinging to your side, and to just end it like that. It's a tough break.
Warden, high ball, middle of the floor. Van Zandt off the tape, dug by Bolin. Good ball to Byzantine. Catches the sideline, tied at 3. Well, I think the worst part is, you know, I view Jamie as one of the best servers for Iowa now, too.
Sure.
And she's just struggled a little bit today. Dutton to serve again. Moisio, another overpass. Hardison goes up and wins the joust.
And we've seen quite a few overpasses tonight for Iowa's serve receive.
Dutton, after a good service run, gives it right back with a ball in the net. Tied at 4. This would be a great time for Charday Van Zandt to be great at the service line. Good ball there. Middle attack is swiped over by Hardison. Again, when they're in system, Hardison has been unstoppable. That's 8 for her on 13 swings.
She really has, and that's been happening a lot tonight. You know, Rutgers kind of hurting themselves from the service line, but they're doing a really good job in serve receive, and especially receiving Van Zandt's, you know, powerful deep float serve. They've been doing a good job with her tonight.
The Maxwell service error ties us at 5. Moisio sends the floater down the line. Byzantine, right side to Hardison, high off the block. Charday's there. Amaral, dug by Dutton, covered by Byzantine, and knocked out by De La Mater.
Moisio about to make a diving play on that ball with one hand, but it's a good thing her teammates communicated to her. Let's go now.
Realized she tracked it all the way to the end. Big high floater, Byzantine, easy ball. Back out to Byzantine. Blocked on the Rutgers side. Moisio, good dig. Amaral, great hustle. Warden off the antenna.
Yeah, that's too easy of a serve if you're Iowa. That's got to make Rutgers work for it a little bit more than that.
Tied at 6. Warden uses hands. Amaral out to Warden. Good kill from Melissa. She's up to 6. Iowa retakes the lead, 7-6.
After a really hot start, she's had a few errors in serve receive, a few errors attacking, but doesn't let her bother her. She's still swung away on that ball.
Amaral pops it over. Dutton, bad pass. Ace serve for the Hawks, 8-6. Ace number 4 for Iowa. I felt like serve and pass was going to be key, and Iowa really has lost that today. See if they can battle back here. Byzantine shanks it into the crowd. 2 ace serves for Amaral.
And Byzantine doing a pretty good job in serve receive overall just up until now, but yeah, you do got to keep going to her if you're Amaral. Make her respond.
Well, they insist on receiving with 2 here, so you can. There are seams to be found. There's one, but Byzantine better this time. Hardison dug by Moisio, out to Warden, chops it over. Dug by Garvey. A lot of traffic, nobody to swing. Maxwell though, boy, there was nobody to swing at that ball, and Maxwell just jumps and good power on that, gets the kill. It's like, oh, if I can't do anything else, I might as well just rip at it.
Right. I don't think Iowa's defense was quite set or ready for that to be an attack instead of a free ball.
Hardison to serve. Moisio, Amaral, Stojanovic. Finally. Sashka's second on just 8 swings. Whittingstall just 6 swings. Iowa hasn't passed well enough to get the middles going. Warden to serve. Good drop serve there, but a perfect pass. Right side slide, slapped over, and Iowa knocks it back. Pushed all the way across to Garvey, blocked, covered by Garvey, and out of bounds. That's Garvey's just 3rd hitting error for her. She's been good. Timeout Rutgers. Iowa leads the 3rd, 11-7, needing it to force a 4th. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. Iowa out quicker again. It's 11-7 here in the 3rd. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Iowa hitting .444 this set, so kind of getting things done that way. It still feels a little tentative.
It does. Yeah, it just kind of has that vibe today of a little tense versus Friday night. They were playing free. They were having fun. Don't quite see that yet right now. I've seen glimpses of it. Warden knocks the serve at Dutton down the line. Boland back row to Maxwell. She tips. Varez off ball. Stojanovic steps in. Van Zant tips. Maxwell pancakes. Moisio. Amaral, Varez off the block and scores. Varez automatic on that cross-court zone 1 swing. That's her 9th kill. She's hitting really well. Only 1 error on 17 swings.
Warden pops it over again. A lot of traffic there. Garvey tips. Van Zant with one hand. Comes back to Varez on the right. Good dig there for Maxwell. Garvey again. Big swing through the block. Boy, that was just unlucky. The power of Garvey to just get that through the 4 hands Iowa had set there.
Yeah, she really just swings away when she hits the ball. She, like you said, she has such a powerful swing. She's able to stick it past the block most of the time if she's not going around it.
Bolin, great serve. Ace serve off Warden. Lily Bolin has had Alyssa Warden's number.
She has, and as a server, you know she's going to come right back to her.
That time she took something off of it. I'm not sure why. She had such a good serve. It was flat and powerful. That one she knocks right in the net. I think Iowa really catches a break there, 13-9.
Well, let's see if they can capitalize on their error.
Stojanovic to serve. Yeah, don't give it back right away. Byzantine, perfect pass, middle attack. Dug by Stojanovic. Amaral across to Van Zant. Oh, boy. Iowa catches a break. I'm not sure if it got touched at the net, so maybe that's what Byzantine saw and played it, but goes off her hands, gets the kill to Van Zant, 14-9.
Yeah, when Van Zant struggles connecting with that ball, her swing tends to sail out a bit.
Byzantine, another perfect pass. Pwah! Garvey.
Right at Stojanovic in the left back position.
Garvey has been, again, when she's in system and gets a full run at it, it is pretty strong. De La Mata to serve. She's also been a menace to Iowa at the service line. Pops it over. Warden, Amaral, right side to Varez. Right down the line. Bounced it in front of Dutton. Not even sure Dutton saw it go past her.
That's the hardest I've seen Varez swing in a while. She connected well on that ball and yeah, just right outside the block.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
Iowa just got an ace serve. Coach Schleihofer wants Iowa called out of system. The up ref does not call Iowa out of system, though. It's his job.
If you were looking if you were looking at Iowa's bench, you didn't think that the play was happening, but play resumed on the floor, and Marquardt just went ahead and served it, and nobody questioned.
Ace serve for Jamie Marquardt. Ace serve for Jamie Marquardt.
I guess that's a distraction tool, you know, act like you're trying to ask who your next server is, when in reality your server's going.
17-10 on back-to-back aces for Jamie, and it has been unconventional at best. Dutton, perfect ball to Bolin, outside. Byzantine tips, and it's easy dig. Amaral across to Van Zant. A strange way for Iowa to pick up momentum, but here it is. It's 18-10, timeout Rutgers.
Unconventional, to say the least. Yeah, that was a really weird kind of turn of points there, but you know, that's what they have to do to keep it rolling.
60 seconds. We'll take a break. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find your nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. The down ref looked at the replay. He seemed to think that Iowa, while unconventional, got back into rotation. Jamie Marquardt fires it over. Byzantine, not a great ball, all the way across to Maxwell. She knocks it over. Marquardt, Amaral, slide to Whittingstall, off of Bolin, great dig. Byzantine off the net, knocks it over. Marquardt, good play. Amaral rips and scores.
That was an easy get for Amaral. Nice in-system ball to her, but she kind of took a peek over her right shoulder and saw Robinson was not up on her, so she had an open net to take a rip on that ball.
I love the way she's chosen offense today. 4 kills on 4 swings. She's been timely today. Marquardt right down the line. De La Mater, not a great pass. Byzantine's going to get a swing. High swing, no touch. 20-10 Iowa.
Marquardt really bringing some pressure from the service line.
De La Mater, decent pass. Byzantine. Iowa in the net. Boy, that's a tough one. Whittingstall called in the net. Warden gets blown up, but makes the dig, though. You mentioned that earlier. Boy, those are the ones you just, as a back row player, you just hate.
Yes.
20-11. Dutton knocks the serve over. Warden. Amaral, slide to Whittingstall behind her, and she still reaches and gets it and scores.
And instead of turning that one back cross, she just went kind of straight ahead swing through the block, found a seam, and another attack by Whittingstall.
5 on 8 swings for her. Van Zandt sends a soft one over at Byzantine. Bolin. Boy, that is too easy for Hardison.
And she connects so well with Bolin. Her being 6'2", she's just up there just waiting for that ball.
She picks an angle well, too. She doesn't hit it right straight at the block. Maxwell knocks the serve over. Marquardt thrown down by Amaral again. 22-12.
Like you said earlier, she's just making really great decisions on when she's attacking that ball. Typically don't see it too often in serve receive, but it's a good changeup.
Moisio sends a deep floater. De La Mater, bad pass. Byzantine blocked. Stojanovic, Amaral, it's 23-12.
Iowa just finding a way to do everything right in the second half of this set here.
Boy, this will be interesting. Byzantine is one of the primary serve receivers. She leaves, and that'll bring in Jesuits. Iowa goes right to her. Good pass, right side. Iowa finally gets the block. Oh, great heads-up play from Hardison. Iowa was able to slow her down. The ball sat right on top of the net, and then her long arms reached back and got it. Slapped it over onto the Iowa side. 23-13. She has 10. And Jesuits now back to serve for the first time. I'm not sure how many times I think Rutgers has mishit a serve that works out perfectly.
Yeah, that one was kind of a flat. I think that was actually intentional. She has just like a flat float serve that just dies as it crosses the net.
And Warden uses hands this time. Back row for Van Zandt. Knocks it off of Maxwell over into the front row. 24-14, Iowa with 2 handfuls of set points. Amaral pops a good serve over, actually used the middle. Garvey's blocked but out of bounds. Garvey now up to 10.
And Garvey with that powerful swing. It's really, easy for her to tool the block because she has, when the block gets a piece of it, it's likely going to have lots of ricochet, and that one, landed well out of bounds off Vares's hands.
Wilcock back in as a serving sub. She'll fire. Good ball from Moisio. Amaral outside to the left of Vares, covered by Moisio. Amaral chases it down, and Mo will just knock it over. Maxwell takes it. Bolin across. Garvey blocked. Bolin takes it on the cover. Wilcock steps in. Garvey again through the block. Boy, that timing was weird. But
yeah, Iowa's blocked just a touch too early on that. They're getting a piece of it on the way down.
Rutgers came from 24-21 down and won the second set. It's 24-16 here in set 3. Wilcock is very patient at the service line. Moisio, Emerald, back row for Van Zandt. Catches the sideline in front of Wilcock, and Iowa takes set 3, 25-16.
That's kill number 8 for Van Zandt. It's good to see the back row attack heating up for her. After a little bit of a slow start for Iowa there in that early third, it's good to see them kind of be firing on all cylinders again that we haven't seen yet today.
Yeah, Iowa has 14 kills in the set to just 1 error, hit 591. It's funny when you don't hurt yourself how much faster you can get to 25.
Right, it's going to be important for them to continue the momentum into this 4th set. Don't give Rutgers a chance to climb their way back into it and take this to a 5th set.
We'll take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena, where Iowa climbed the first rung, took the 3rd set 25-16. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Still have another rung or 2.
We do. Yeah, the 4th set is really tough when you're trying to come back down 0-2. But, you know, if Iowa really kind of replicates what they did in this past set, just playing free, swinging away, really bringing the heat from the service line, and really making Rutgers work for their points, keeping the errors on their side, controlling what they can control, they can get this 4th.
Rutgers has 5 more kills and 5 more errors, but the number that stood out to me as we took the break, they have 21 more attack attempts, which I'm not sure. Part of that's a function of they've served better. Both teams with 7 aces. Rutgers, though, with 11 errors. Iowa with only 8, I guess. Only is the word there. But it feels like Rutgers been able to capitalize on some overpasses, so they've turned some of those into kills. But, you know, Iowa's had to just chop some balls over and do some things. Iowa outdigs Rutgers in the 3rd, 11-6. Hitting percentage was .591 to .250. So Warden quickly serves over the end line. But
Not the great start that you want if you're Iowa, but
that one's like 6 inches over, though. That one I can mostly live with.
About, yes.
Byzantine at the last minute pulled out, but now you have to return Bolin right away and not let it turn into a run. Perfect pass to Amaral, right side to Varez, blocked out of bounds. We're tied at 1.
Good use off the block by Varez. She's hitting very efficiently today. She's got 11 kills, hitting .476 on 21 attempts.
Yeah, somewhere I'm jamming a lot of balls to her when she's in the front row, just to see if they can slow her down. Stojanovic, good serve. Byzantine, decent pass. Boy, that is a great set from Bolin. And Robinson's able to finish it off. That is absolutely forcing your middle, and Robinson takes advantage and says, thank you, Lily.
Yeah, I love that run, though. Yeah, Bolin, that's 4 or 5 feet off the net, forces that one ball still.
DeLamater pops it at Warden. Amaral one-hands it, but couldn't control it. The balls have been getting into Alyssa Warden's chest, and then the control of it has not been good. And DeLamater has an interesting little kind of pop to her serve. Iowa with an overpass there again. Byzantine with a terrible tip, and Iowa gets really, really lucky there.
Yeah, DeLamater, she just has a really good float serve. There's hardly any spin to that ball, and it's just catching Warden and other passers just really high up in the shoulder area, whereas like, in between, do I take it with my hands or platform?
Marquardt off Byzantine, back out to Byzantine, blocked. Not sure what happened. It's a bouncy net there, but
yeah, Byzantine landed kind of in the net, and good thing there were no Iowa ankles underneath there. Could have been ugly.
3-all. Marquardt sends a big floater. Boy, and nobody was ready. Maxwell turned and transitioned, and then DeLamater had to come flying forward around through her.
I like that short serve, kind of sneaking that in after a long float serve. Switch things up.
And then Jamie goes over the inline that time, and she tried, again, to your point, trying to change levels there, but she went over the inline.
Yeah, playing a little bit of that short, deep game.
4-all. That was Marquardt's third ace. Dutton, Warden, Amaral, slide to Whittingstall. Bolin with the dig, Byzantine with the contact, knocked over. Whittingstall takes it, Amaral rips it. There's your middle assist as Whittingstall put it right on top of the net. And Amaral is now a smooth 6 for 6. Van Zandt to serve.
That was a great rip, just kind of crossbody for her in his own 5.
Byzantine, bad pass, goes back out to her. Block came late. Van Zandt with the dig, outside to Warden, off the block, inbounds. Not sure if Alyssa tried to chop that down the line, but the block sat on her. Maxwell, for the first time today, will leave. Allie Bareilles will come in to serve.
Yeah, Warden had a good block set up on her for that swing. Not a whole lot of court open for her to take advantage of.
Flat-footed ball at Marquardt. Amaral, back row to Van Zandt. Boy, was she high and went up and got that one.
Yeah, Van Zandt's 9th kill. She's been really automatic for Iowa in the back row right now.
Yeah, and that was, a couple in a row from the back, which is really nice to see to kind of branch out your offense. 6-5. Moisio to serve for the Hawks. Mo knocks it out. Boy, that's the third service error. Iowa wins set 3, 25-16, because they really limited the errors. It's 6-all here, and Iowa has just flat handed 3 points away.
It's going to be crucial, to really keep those errors to a minimum.
Byzantine, the big high toss, the big high rip, and give it right back. That's the first time she's done that, though, in the net. She's been really effective from the service line.
A break that Iowa will take, though, nonetheless.
And now you need to step on it after you get it. Amaral sends it over. Byzantine, good pass. Back row to Byzantine, dug by Amaral. Moisio gets there. Varez gets, oh boy. She's due for one of those a match.
It is an awkward angle when you have Moisio coming from the other side and you're a right-hander on the right side. If that ball is too far in, it's really hard to get your timing right and also get the ball in bounds when you're trying to swing.
Just her second error. Hardison serves, tied at 7. Stojanovic takes second contact. Varez pushes it off the block, but doesn't, well, you kind of, I know you're running to get there, but you almost have to know that I'm trapped here. I better cover myself at some level.
Right.
Instead, as she runs through, the ball just falls straight down, 8-7. Tied at 8 on another service error. Teams have combined for 24 service errors now. was the USC-Iowa match was 17-7. We might have got there then too. Warden off Byzantine, slide to Robinson, blocked. Boy, she's done a great job of reaching for those balls. That time, Charday was set up right on top of it and gets the block.
Yeah, and Charday just uses her really high vertical to just get pressed, and she was camped there for Robinson.
Warden pops it down the line at Dutton. Good ball. Back row Byzantine. Vares gets it, and Iowa just has to push it over. And Garvey goes right down the line. Stojanovic jumped with Bolin.
Which is interesting because Bolin is really not an aggressive attacking setter like Amaral is. So I'd like to see Stojanovic stay down on that and work to get close to either pin.
Yeah, Bolin has one attempt. That ball sails over the end line. Finally, Alyssa, she trusted her instincts there, and a ball that was coming at her head lets it go out of bounds on the Bolin serve, 10-9. Stojanovic, good serve. Byzantine, great pass. Outside Garvey. Block, lift.
I was going to say, it didn't really look like a lift from here. I think she got it with her arm versus an open hand.
And so we actually then get an inadvertent whistle instead, and we're going to replay the point. That was a lift. You see something different on the replay?
No, because the replay was the wrong angle.
Byzantine, bad pass. Dutton's going to have to just knock it over. Vares, Amaral, Whittingstall scores. Clearly she lifted it. Iowa wins the replay. It's 11-9.
Classic ball never lies.
Well, that's not even, that's a, whoever won that point was that meant the ref was right, because that was, since it was a full replay. Stojanovic knocks it down the line. Dutton, decent pass. Bolin across to Garvey. Blocked. 12-9.
Vares and Whittingstall, a nice close. And when you block a hitter like Garvey, it feels extra good. She just rips on the ball, so that block is straight down. Good confidence boost for Iowa's defense.
Stojanovic at Byzantine, another good pass. Middle attack's tipped over. Vares with one hand. Amaral, Van Zant, dug by Dutton. Back row for Byzantine, dug by Amaral. Chased down by Stojanovic, of course it was. Van Zant knocks it over. Dutton, right side to Maxwell. Catches the corner. That's a good swing.
That is a really good swing. Van Zant kind of makes her way all the way out to the antenna, take away any line. But with that ball being set so far out, there's no way for her to really turn that line. So I'd like to see her move that in so Whittingstall doesn't have to work quite as hard to close that block.
De La Mater, 12-10. Perfect pass this time. Whittingstall out of the middle scores. 7 on 11 for Hannah.
I was going to say, is just doing a great job in the middle tonight, really connecting on those one balls and serve receive.
Well, as Iowa has expanded their offensive arsenal, they've been able to expand a lead. Marquardt down the line, catches the line. De La Mater bails out. Ace number 4 for Jamie, 14-10.
Like you mentioned earlier, normally Marquardt's a really great server for Iowa. She struggled a bit in those first couple sets, just a few errors out, but doing a really great job now.
Sends the float this time. Maxwell takes it. Pushed it out. Byzantine's blocked. 15-10. That will bring us to the television timeout. 15-10. Iowa on top in the fourth. Needs it to force a fifth. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find your nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Iowa has 9 ace serves. Jamie Marquardt has has 4 of them, even though one of them was a little strange. Took advantage of deception as much of the serve.
And Iowa on a really solid 3-0 run right now. Doing a really great job at the net right now with their blocks and creating a lot of service pressure for service eve on Rutgers.
Yeah, Iowa only hitting 200 this set, but holding Rutgers to negative so far, negative 071, 4 kills and 5 errors for the Scarlet Knights. So Iowa finding different ways to do it here. Marquardt to serve, right down the line at De La Mater, off the net. Outside, Byzantine over the block. Warden, Amaral, Van Zant, no approach, dug up by De La Mater. Right side, Maxwell. Boy, that's a good swing. She came late, went right down the line. She's up to 10. She has had to work incredibly hard, though.
For sure. Iowa's been able to slow her down a little bit, but when she does get a good set, she's going to take advantage of it.
Dutton pops it over. Got into Warden's chest again. Marquardt, great hustle to chase it down. And Moisio knocks it across. Dutton, Bolin, Maxwell. 14-12. Maxwell now with 11.
Yeah, it's those passes right now that are maybe going out, but yeah, they're just catching Warden kind of high in her chest.
Moisio, Amaral dunks, dug by Dutton. Hardison dunks. Warden from the back row off of Byzantine and scores.
Yeah, both setters taking a one right there, but
actually that was the middle for Rutgers that did it. Bolin she is not offensive in the least. Van Zant at Byzantine, back out to Byzantine, tools off the Amaral block, 16-13. Yeah, Bolin has 1 try today.
Yeah.
If you're Iowa, you ignore her and
For
just
sure.
trust Moisio to dig her up if she happens to knock one over.
That was a really good take by Byzantine. The set was very tight to the net, almost on its way to hit the antenna, but Byzantine takes a rip at it and catches a piece of Amaral's hands.
Borellis at Marquardt, back row for Van Zant, dug by Dutton. Back to the Iowa side, bad timing there. Hardison, that ball's a lift again. Moisio, Amaral blows up Borellis. Hardison pushes it over with 2 hands. And Alyssa Warden with the heads-up play. Hasn't been 100% her day from the hitting line all the time, but that one, heads-up play, pushes it into the 1 corner and scores.
It's a really smart shot. Over on 1, you don't see too much in Big Ten play, but, Rutgers defense still scrambling.
Moisio floats it at Byzantine. Perfect pass. Hardison on the slide. Throws it over. Amaral. Boy, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there between Stojanovic and Moisio. Stojanovic has taken quite a few of those second balls, so I think Moisio thought she was going to take that one as she was kind of down, ready to pop it up with her platform, but yeah, need some early communication on that.
17-14, big serve here from Byzantine. Overpass. Hardison slams it down, and Iowa somehow got the ball in the air but went out of bounds.
Kind of a sliding kick up from Moisio, but too deep on the court.
17-15. Need Byzantine off the line. She is the most aggressive server. Moisio, perfect pass. Outside, Warden. And gets the kill. Boy, Byzantine wants that one back. She was in a perfect spot, just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Warden with some pace again. We saw it early in the match here, but just really powerful attacking from Warden today.
Amaral pops it across. Byzantine takes it. Hardison. Boy, Stojanovic has got to get out there. I suppose she's stuck because Garvey's also been really strong on the left, but
Yeah, and that's Hardison's 13th kill. Middle there, hitting .545. Only one error on 22 swings. She's been pretty much automatic tonight in serve receive.
Wilcock to serve. It's 18-16 Iowa. Good pass to Emerald, right side. Warden off the block and into the donut. That ball hung in the air forever. A helium-filled volleyball just kind of floated over.
Yeah, just another one that Warden was able to just power through the block.
Oh, jeez. And Alyssa throws a changeup into the net. Going to your point, Hardison and Robinson, 19 kills, 2 errors on 36 swings for Rutgers middles. They have been really, really good. 19-17. Lily Bolin, who's been really, really good from the service line, will fire. Drops it in front of Warden. Overpass, and Stojanovic with a well-placed dunk. Boy, that was a terrible first contact from Garvey, as she just set it up perfectly for Stojanovic, and then rather than hit it, she used the high IQ play to shift it over and get the kill.
Yeah, I love that play. Just short into zone 2 where there's no defender to be found.
Sashka knocks the serve at Byzantine. Bolin from the logo. Maxwell tips. Boy, and I was going to get that in the air. Oh, and Vares, you've got to get that ball over.
And she was debating tipping or rolling, decided to tip it, but just, yeah, didn't make it over the net. That ball has to be automatic. At least keep it alive.
20-18, De La Mater to serve. She has had a number here, and Iowa with a bad pass gets knocked over. Byzantine. Iowa with the dig. Coach Schleihofer cheering in front of us. Now she can as Robinson gets the kill. Iowa needs a timeout. The serve receive is just kind of falling apart again. 60 seconds. We'll take it. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball. 20-19, Iowa leads the fourth. Rutgers leads the match 2-1. John Evans with Reagan Coyle. Coach Coyle, coming out of the timeout, aside from, hey, let's make a good first pass, what are you asking of the team here?
Just got to ask the team to want to win this set. Right now, they're not sure if they can do it. At least that's how they're kind of playing. That's how they look. I'm sure they'd love a win, but
wanting and hoping is different than going out and taking it.
Exactly.
De La Mater. Warden uses hands. Right side to Vares. Dutton, good dig. Whittingstall off balance. Great dig from Bolin. Dutton across to Maxwell. Blocked out of bounds. Great tool from Maxwell, and we're tied at 20.
Have really good defense right now on Rutgers' side. Iowa just having a hard time finding the floor.
Yeah, I don't mind Hannah swinging at that one. She was a little off balance and indecisive. I almost rather she would have just kind of popped it up and ran offense, or swiped it somewhere. Yeah. Big play here, tied at 20. De La Mater to Warden. Amaral, right side to Vares. Dutton again. Track down. Bolin will just knock it over. Whittingstall, Amaral, Whittingstall, off Bolin again. Oh! But Maxwell, nobody knew who to go. Nobody stepped in to take the second ball for Rutgers.
That is a really tough break by Rutgers because that was such a good dig by Bolin. She's playing I'd remind on defense right now, you got to keep that ball alive if you're Rutgers.
Maxwell, Robinson both let it go. Marquardt right down the line. De La Mater, tight pass, and Whittingstall answers on the overpass, 22-20.
A good overpass swing by Whittingstall. You got to be careful with those balls that are bringing you a little bit behind your body. But good to take advantage of that, and really great serve by Marquardt.
Yeah, Jamie's been after maybe she heard my complaining early in the match. She's been absolutely on fire. Even the misses that she's had have been very good and competitive here, and Iowa's going to need more of that here. Iowa's had the lead late in the second set, gave it all away. Had the lead late in the third set, had a huge lead late in the third set. Let it sneak away a little more than they probably needed to or wanted to. Now here in the fourth, after being tied at 20, you've poked out to a little lead. Now you need to finish.
And you're not going to expect Rutgers to take anything off of it right now. They're playing, the best defense that we've seen from them all match, and they're going to continue doing that. So it's not going to be easy for Iowa, so they need to keep bringing the pressure from the service line like Marquardt has been. Really do a good job defending. The ball's likely going to find its way to Maxwell on the right side here. If not, Rutgers, if they're in system, they've been running their middles a lot in serve receive.
Well, we talk about it a lot with Iowa. When you match up a roster, Iowa's talent level isn't going to overwhelm most teams in the Big Ten. Rutgers is that way also, and they're playing with that grit, that effort, that energy that Iowa, when they're successful, they use as well. Iowa needs to match that. Marquardt pops it cross at Dutton, but not a great pass. Maxwell, though, gets the rip, and she sends it out. She has been really good, had 7 errors early, and then has cleaned it up nicely. Although that is error number 8, Iowa 2 points away from getting to a 5th set. Marquardt down the line again at De La Mater. Perfect pass this time. Byzantine, dug by Warden. Moisio gets it. Van Zant off the net, off the block. Dutton. Bolin, middle attack. Boy, that is another great force from Bolin.
Yeah, she has all the confidence in Robinson to keep going on that one ball, even if she's pulled off the net. I really like that force.
I mean, she is kind of sideways behind her, and she flips it off the block. 23-21, Dutton to serve. Perfect serve. That's 4 contacts. It's not called. Byzantine off the block. Moisio. Whittingstall takes it. Van Zant. Whittingstall takes the cover. Van Zant again rolls. Uses Bolin. Dutton to Maxwell. Not a great ball. And somehow it got over. Probably deserved the point anyway.
For sure. It's a very obvious to have 4 contact on Iowa's side, but both refs seem to have missed it.
Coach Barnes is going to challenge something here.
Someone was in the net.
Oh, yeah, it hit Hannah's hair, and so hair doesn't count as a touch, right?
No. But I have a hard time. You could hear the touch when it came over, right?
So, as it is, Iowa's challenging a net call on Rutgers. It's 23-22. Iowa had scored 3 in a row to push out to the lead. Rutgers answers back. That just looks like the ball in the net, right?
It's interesting, though, because, the contact by Rutgers libero wasn't the cleanest. So I don't know if Maxwell got a piece of that. Not much you can challenge there, but.
Yeah, so I don't know what exactly got challenged, but Coach Barnes lost whatever it was.
I think he was challenging that Maxwell was in the net on that ball.
So it's 23-22. Coach Barnes is out of challenge unless we get to a 5th set. Coach Sweihofer trying to fire her team up. Oh, my goodness. Ace serve falls in front of, I believe it was Warden. We're tied at 23. Timeout Iowa. We're going to take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Well, we've got another tight one here at Extreme Arena. 23-all in the fourth set. John Evans and Reagan Coyle. Iowa had scored 3 in a row to take the lead. Rutgers had scored 3 in a row now to tie it back up. And Iowa will make a change in the serve-receive pattern as soon as we come back from the TV timeout. Greta Schleister will come in for Alyssa Warden.
Warden kind of giving her a little advice as she comes into the court, what to expect.
The Rutgers bench giving it to Alyssa Warden as she leaves. Schleister, perfect ball. Whittingstall on the slide, blocked, and out of bounds. Hawks have a set point here in the fourth.
What a great pass by Schleister, coming cold off the bench, just dimes that ball. That was huge for Iowa.
Sharday Van Zant. She has an ace today. Number 2 would be perfectly timed. Byzantine, perfect pass. Moisio, Whittingstall. Van Zant dug by Dutton. Bolin, Byzantine. Iowa's in the air. Bolin, Dutton, Maxwell. Oh, catches the back line.
Beautifully placed by Maxwell.
Wow.
I'm afraid to say that, but she.
What a shot there from
really
Aspen Maxwell. 24-all. Allie Bareilles to serve. Pops it over. Warden, Amaral, Whittingstall.
Her 11th kill. Just a classic cross-court Whittingstall slide there. She just found a space. Zone 1, right inside the court.
Maxwell comes back in. Rutgers has 2 subs left. Mo Moisio to serve. She will try to win it for the second time for the Hawks this set. Perfect pass again. Hardison on the slide, high off hands. 25-all. Iowa has had absolutely nothing for Zora Hardison.
Yeah, and you knew they were going to find her. They like to go to her and serve receive. This time she runs behind the setter on a slide, just off high hands for a kill.
And Iowa has had no answer for Byzantine at the service line. Amaral just knocks it over and in. Oh my goodness. Iowa had no answer on the serve receive there either.
What a great effort by Amaral.
Claire Amaral, pure athleticism, pops it over, finds the line. It's 26-25. Claire Amaral to serve. Floats it at Byzantine. Hardison off the block, tied it. No! Line violation. The Hawks get the point. Set 4 goes to Iowa. It's 27-25. Iowa wins the set.
I'm going to use a challenge on that. The line violation on the center line. Okay.
Center line violation was called. So Iowa wins set 4. That will be interesting.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't see exactly what he called. I just saw him come in, point to the Rutgers side of the net.
which you can't challenge a center line fault. So I don't think you can challenge the center line. So I think that they were challenging that there's a net.
She is well over.
Right. Both feet.
Both feet over.
Yeah. So I think that they were last-ditch effort trying to challenge Iowa in the net instead.
That is dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Hardison,
it's a good thing that Warden did not come straight down and land on her feet.
And Hardison knows it, too. She knows she is way across.
Right.
Yeah, that's not even close.
Right.
Coach Schleihofer is mad, but that is not even close on the replay.
Yeah.
Hawks win set 4 and force a 5th. Whew.
Yeah, on the replay, it couldn't be more obvious. We have the perfect net cam angle. She runs her slide and lands with both feet over the center line.
Yeah, both feet. Not one, not on the line. Both feet over the line.
Well, we've made it to the 5th set. If I had to guess, it's going to be a lot of back and forth like what we've seen already today.
Well, I was going to have to exercise some demons here to leave with a win. Well, before we get to all that, we're going to take 2 minutes. 2 minutes before we get to a 5th set, race to 15. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. We are into a 5th set. The beauty of sitting down here close is we were able to, as Coach Schleihofer walked back and forth as she was trying to cool off, able to kind of get her perspective on it. And at least the idea that her frustration came from, she felt like the ball was on the ground already by the time her hitter was across the net, and she didn't feel like it should have been called that way, or there was a need to call it at that point. And I guess they'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
It's a valid argument, but unfortunately nothing you can challenge. Not challengeable that the play ended before the unquestionable violation happened, but here we are in the 5th. It is been lots of back and forth, really tight at the end instead of the 3rd set, but
well, both teams are going to have to come. Iowa 1-6, lost their last 6 in 5 sets. Rutgers is 0-2. Boland to serve to start us off. Stop me if you've heard this before. Boland knocks an ace serve off Alyssa Warden, and Greta Schleister will come in for Alyssa Warden.
Not wasting any time on that sub there, but Love what Schleister did when she came in last set. They're going to come right back to her again, see if she can dime pass.
Third ace for Bolin. Boy, that ball might have been out, but a perfect pass from Schleister. And Stojanovic is blocked. It's 2-0 Rutgers.
It was a good pass by Schleister, like you said, probably going out, but
The Iowa, this is what's happened in fifth sets. Iowa has lacked confidence. It's been that simple, really. And that ball is an ace right through Schleister's hands. And Coach Barnes will waste no time. He will call a timeout. And we're going to take the 60 seconds here because I don't have anything good to say about those first 3 points. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find your nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com.
this pass is important for Iowa, being down 0-3.
Just your own mental well-being. At some point as an athlete, you have to believe you can do it. Right now, I'm not sure that much of the Iowa service line wants the ball, and you have to want the ball right now.
Exactly. You look at their faces right now. Nobody's really fired up right now on Iowa's side.
Yeah, I mean, Rutgers bench is over here dancing. Coach Schweihoffer's dancing with the bench. Iowa does not have that energy right now. They're going to need to find it to come back. 3-0 here in the fifth. Bolin pops it at Schleister. There's a perfect pass. Right side to Varez. And that ball is up. Right side to Varez. That ball is up on a cover from Schleister. Van Zandt, dug by Byzantine. Iowa will challenge, I'm sure. Maxwell, overpass. Bolin has to take it, and it's not a good ball. Garvey, off the block. Van Zandt. Varez scores. Iowa will not need to challenge.
Probably the longest rally that we've seen so far in this match, but good put away by Varez there. Good scrappy defense on both sides, but yeah, I think definitely 4 contacts on Rutgers' side, but they are just bringing the energy right now.
Incredible effort there from all of the Rutgers players to just keep that ball alive. Stojanovic pops it over at Byzantine. Not a great pass. Outside to Garvey. Block comes late, but gets enough of it, but Byzantine will knock it over again. Schleister, Amaral, Varez, dug by Maxwell off the block. Boy, another good force to the middle, but Stojanovic read it beautifully. Van Zandt off Byzantine and scores.
Nice deep swing by Van Zandt, just using the back row of Rutgers. She finds her way around the block, and
Charday, after a tough start, she's up to 10 now and hitting almost 200. See how the numbers pan out there. Stojanovic sends it over. Byzantine on the logo. Tipped over. Varez is there. Stojanovic. Varez is dug by Maxwell. Bolin forced to Robinson. Amaral. Stojanovic, or I'm sorry, Stojanovic with the play. Whittingstall with the dig out of the kill out of the middle. We're tied at 3. You mentioned it's going to be runs back and forth. Here we are.
Stojanovic doing a good job of those second contacts. She's
7 digs for the Hawkeye middle. She pops the serve down the line. Dutton, bad pass. Back row, Byzantine into the net. And the Hawks have scored 4 in a row and now have the lead.
And this is how fifth sets go. Lots of momentum swings, and each point just feels that much more important.
Iowa 1-6 in 5-setters. Rutgers 0-2. Stojanovic at Byzantine. Overpass. Boy, Iowa. Boy, Whittingstall, I'm not even sure how to describe that when that ball was sitting there for the taking. And maybe it was still on Rutgers' side and Whittingstall didn't want to go attack it, but then unfortunately didn't really do anything with it. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty at the net.
De La Mater to serve. She has been amazing back there. Good pass this time to Amaral. Back out to Van Zant. Dug from De La Mater. Across to Byzantine. Blocked and out. 5-4.
Really great out-of-system set by Bolin to get Byzantine a good ball. Just found high hands off Whittingstall to land out.
Byzantine, 9 kills, 8 errors. But, boy, that's a big one there. De La Mater, good pop over again. Schleister, perfect ball. Right side to Varez. Boy, and that was awkward. Not sure what happened there. Looked like she decided to not swing at it at the last second. And
yeah, the ball was going pretty far out. Varez had to work really hard to just bring it back in somehow.
6-4 now, Rutgers. Oh, boy. Those are going to be huge. Service error there. Stops the momentum. Rutgers had scored 3. Iowa scored 4. Rutgers scored 3. Iowa stops the run. It's 6-5. And Jamie Marquardt to serve. Good serve there. Dutton overpass. Moisio. Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. Blows up Dutton. Tied at 6.
Really good slide kill by Whittingstall.
She has 13 now. 4 Hawks in double figures again tonight. This afternoon. Are we getting to tonight yet? Still not to tonight. Still this afternoon.
It just feels so natural.
Marquardt, good serve. Another not great pass. Pushed outside. Byzantine block. Finds the floor. 7-6. Iowa retakes the lead.
Great presence there at the net. Amaral and Whittingstall steal the block. Finds Maxwell.
15 blocks for Iowa now. Marquardt. Good strong serve. Dutton right on the logo. Right side to Maxwell. Tried to go line and missed. 8-6 Iowa. We'll switch sides. 4 more for Iowa. That is, no, not the TV timeout. We already had one from Coach Barnes. So 8-6 at the switch. Iowa needed that to have a chance. Iowa was 0-5 when they trailed at the switch. They're 1-1 when they have swapped. We'll get a timeout from Rutgers. We'll go ahead and take 60 seconds. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
John Evans, Reagan Coyle back here in Extreme Arena. It's 8-6 Iowa in set 5. Iowa on their second 4-0 run of the set. Really answered the Rutgers service error, and Iowa has run off 4 in a row after catching the service error.
Really big serve here by Marquardt. She's been doing great, bringing some heat from back there.
Jamie with 4 aces on the afternoon. Pops one down the line. De La Mater, good pass. Maxwell, dug by Schleister. Van Zant, covered by Moisio. Dumped over by Amaral. perfect ball, blocked back to the Rutgers side again. Right side, Maxwell, nobody home. Marquardt, Van Zandt, beautiful tip that time and scores. That was the match winner Friday night that I couldn't describe to anyone, that nobody heard. That one was much more hidden and much better.
Yeah, beautifully placed tip. She still used her full approach. Like she was going to rip on that ball, but just showed her tip last minute. Just defense is unable to pick that up.
9-6, Charday with 11. Marquardt, good serve at Dutton. Tight ball. Ball slapped over. Schleister behind Whittingstall, but off the block. Bolin, good set to Byzantine. Blocked, covered by Dutton. Maxwell with an open net, sends it long. 10-6 Iowa.
Maxwell's still the go-to hitter right now for Rutgers setter, but having a really hard time converting.
Bolin is angry, wants a challenge. They can't challenge. She wants to challenge Whittingstall going over and interrupting her set. Marquardt right down the line. De La Mater, good pass. Byzantine blocked again, covered by Dutton. Bolin steps back in, back to Byzantine. Blocked again. That ball's down. It's 11-6. Iowa gets the extra point.
Really great discipline by Amaral and Whittingstall, just back-to-back blocks in that rally. Nothing is getting past them right now.
The Rutgers huddles are getting longer. The refs are breaking it up quicker. Marquardt, another beautiful serve. Another perfect pass, though. Byzantine, Doug, Whittingstall, Van Zandt blocked. In! Oh, my goodness! That's the dirty point Iowa desperately needed. Holy cow, timeout Rutgers. That was gross.
That was crazy. Ball was blocked by Rutgers.
Off of Amaral's shoulder.
She throws an elbow out. It catches part of her elbow and lands inbounds on Rutgers' side.
It rolls up the tape, finds spin to carry over, and then somehow falls inside the Rutgers line. Iowa now with 8 straight points, lead 12-6. That even has the down ref's interest as he's come over and had to watch it.
Let me see that again. This is how you do a fifth set. An 8-0 run. Iowa is capitalizing on everything right now. It's all Iowa. All these errors on Rutgers' side right now. It feels good. It feels solid. It feels all Iowa right now.
We've talked so many times about, Iowa doesn't necessarily need all the good breaks. They just need breaks to not go against them. All right, that was a fantastic break there. But you're making those breaks again. You've made it impossible for Rutgers to get the ball cleanly over the net. You've made Rutgers scramble for everything. And then by raising your effort level and hustle, even if it is a weird little chicken wing flip.
It's a huge momentum swing in the game, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to need to correct that. That was not a Charday Van Zandt kill. That was a Claire Amaral kill. Right down the line again. A bad pass that's chased down by Bolin, and it's just going to get knocked over. Marquardt, Amaral, Whittingstall on the short swing, but another great dig from Bolin. Maxwell inside the court, dug by Schleister. Amaral, Van Zandt high off the block. Easy play for Bolin. Dutton with hands to Byzantine behind her. The block comes, Maxwell covers. Bolin to Byzantine again, but this time it's just going to get knocked over. Schleister, Amaral rips, Amaral scores. It's 13-6.
Amaral's 8th kill, 9 if you count the other one that goes off of her elbow. Hawkeye block doing a really good job on the pin here. Whittingstall and Amaral, just nothing from Byzantine is getting through the net.
Jamie Marquardt to serve again. Right down the line off the tape. Middle attack, blocked. Oh, and Charday's transitioning again instead of staying and playing defense.
Yeah, she's got to have that ball up. And that's an easy up if you're Charday coming off the net. She backs up into serve receive there and accidentally falls over the towel wiper girl.
13-7 Iowa. Dutton to serve. Schleister, not a good pass, but a great ball from Amaral. Bolin with the dig. Dutton outside to Maxwell. She gets the kill. 13-8.
And it's been a little bit of a dry spell from Maxwell. A kill for her. She finds some cross-court space.
What a time for the service error. 16 for Rutgers. They do have 10 aces, but it's match point for Iowa. Sharday Van Zandt will serve.
She's been serving really well today. A service ace to end on would be great.
Bolin off the net. Maxwell from the left, or I'm sorry, from the right, gets the kills. That block just trickles wide, 14-9. Again, Iowa led 24-21 in the second and didn't close it out. 5 straight from Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers are very much still in this, but the momentum all on Iowa's side right now, and they just need one to close it out.
Borellis into serve. She's flat-footed variety. She just kind of pops it over. Moisio, perfect ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. Over and out. The 5-set losing streak is broken. And the win streak for Iowa, it becomes a streak now. It's 2.
What a way to end on a Whittingstall kill. That's her 14th, and she leads every Iowa attacker with that. She had a great day today. And what a way for Iowa to really come back and reverse sweep.
That is a reverse sweep for the Hawkeyes. I was just looking back. Whittingstall had 14 kills and 5 blocks on Friday night. She has 14 kills and 10 blocks tonight. A double-double for a middle is not a normal deal, as she hits .636 tonight, 14 kills on 22 tries.
And that was really awesome to see, especially because last weekend Iowa's middles, both of them struggled to really get a whole lot of kills just because they were out of system so much. So it's great to see Whittingstall with, a great weekend overall.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 28 kills for Hannah on the weekend. Iowa, again, 4 players in double figures on kills. Whittingstall led with 14. Vares has 12. Van Zandt, after a slow start, really came on strong. She got up to 11. Alyssa Warden with a double-double of her own, 10 kills, 10 digs. It's not a night she's going to frame, but she was so good Friday night. Struggled a little bit more tonight, but did enough good things and kind of kept herself together that it was good all the way around.
Right, and she had a really hot start. Struggled a little bit, like you said, in the middle, but did find her way back towards the end. And when she was swinging away and really created when she was doing well at the beginning, it was a really great momentum and kind of fire that she created for the team. And struggled in serve receive, but that goes to show Schleister coming in and doing a great job in serve receive, off the bench. Credit to her for that.
Yeah, Greta in hugely limited action has 3 digs and an assist and just basically a set and some change. She was great. Aspen Maxwell led everyone. She had 16 kills. Iowa really made her work, though. Talked about how efficient she was coming in, hitting about 250. Iowa holds her to 143, 16 kills and 10 errors. Zora Hardison was very good. She had 14 kills. Tara Garvey had 12. Natalie Robinson, the other Rutgers middle, also had 10. But really, Iowa held Rutgers to 0 there in the 5th set. 5 kills, 5 errors. They made it just incredibly difficult for Rutgers to get it across the net.
Right, they did it. Worked really hard at the net. Iowa did a really good job sealing the block. Whittingstall did a great job closing to each pin, and especially with Amaral. Rutgers just having a really hard time getting anything past them.
And what we saw we will get Coach Barnes. TV stole Jim Barnes first, so we'll get him after that. But one of the things we've talked about in these 5th sets, and as Iowa had lost 6 in a row, and you kind of wanted, hey, we just need to steal one. And we talked about it would be nice if the other team would just help us once.
Right.
Just give us a little help there. And Rutgers did that a little bit. A couple service errors. One of them was, you're on a 3-0 run and you have the service error. So Iowa was able to then, to full Iowa's credit, was then able to take advantage of the help and was able to extend. And Jamie Marquardt goes on a fantastic service run there in the 5th set. Kept putting pressure. They weren't softballs either. They were consistent, solid pressure.
Right, yeah. She brought lots of heat from back there and get Coach Barnes.
Coach Barnes coming on over here. Come on, big head. Fix the headset. Well, you're all smiles again, Coach. Why is that?
Well, I don't know. I'm still mad about the second set. to be up like that and then kind of lose our serve receive. And that was the battle today was, could we stay steady enough and serve receive because we were putting the ball away.
Yeah, Coach, as a team, again, you hit 316. I think it was after the third set. I looked at the stats. The team was hitting 3-something, and I looked at Reagan. I'm like, how are we down 2-1? It seems impossible when you put the math together on that. But I think full credit to all the back row players of not hanging their heads. I mean, they were at times they were getting picked on.
Yes.
The Rutgers serve was good. They found targets, and they were very aggressive with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been easy to kind of go, oh, poor me, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But obviously there's moments of that. But for the most part, they were very goldfishy. They came back around the next time around, and they were okay.
Yeah, we were just tough enough. They went at Alyssa there and really started getting at her. And credit to Greta coming off the bench cold and to help shore that up because we really needed it. And again, if we could just maintain, they were serving really tough. They were going for it. They made errors too, but they were serving tough, and we just had to maintain that serve receive because Claire had a great match. I thought she was really on, and our hitters hit a high number. It was just we needed to get the pass to run it.
I thought what Claire did that was so good, we talked about it a little bit. There's times where I think she chooses offense first.
Yes.
Chooses it a little too quickly. Tonight, and I'm going to talk to John Leo because she got cheated out of a kill. That last one that
the chicken wing over the net.
Chicken wing kill they credited to Sharday Van Zandt, and it really should have been Claire's 9th on 13 swings.
Wow.
So I thought she chose her times exceptionally well.
Me too.
Same time, you got 4 in double figures again, but talk about Hannah Whittingstall this weekend. She ended up 14 kills on Friday night, had a couple errors, hit 4-something. 14 kills tonight with no errors, hit 636. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, she also had 10 blocks.
Yeah, Claire and Hannah, we've been working overtime getting them to connect, and boy, did it pay off this weekend. Both Hannah and Claire just really connected well and created that balance. And, we were tough enough to come back. We really should have been 1-1 after 2, and we had to work hard. Rutgers really pushed us.
273 on Friday night as a team, 316 as a team hitting tonight. I'm not really good at coaching volleyball, but I would suggest you do more of that.
Yeah, hitting the ball in and getting more kills. That's what we're doing. And again, maintaining that serve receive.
Good job from the team, too. 16 total blocks tonight. There were times there in the 5th set when Jamie went on the service run.
Yeah.
Jamie was serving tough to start, but the brick wall that got put up by the blockers in the front row at that time was phenomenal. Rutgers could not get the ball across cleanly.
Right. That's what we've been working on is positive touches. Like we want to get those blocks, but we have to be structurally sound so that we get better touches when they hit our block and line up better. We worked on lining up on the ball better, and you saw we saw some direct result for that.
Why don't you go celebrate with the team again, Coach?
Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes, as the Hawkeyes sweep the weekend.
Yeah, what an exciting win.
That was an exciting win.
Yeah.
The Iowa has tried like crazy to reverse sweep a couple times. I would prefer that they just take care of business earlier.
Right, and I was talking to Dane, just that slow start, it really makes things difficult when you start out that slow to have to work that hard to come back. But Iowa really shows that they can fight against these teams. They're tough enough to take it to 5 sets. But yeah, they just need to work on starting a little bit better so that way they don't have to work that hard to go to 5.
Well, and that's why I don't know if somebody needs to say bad things about their family or what in the locker room to get them angrier and feistier and faster in the locker room. But it doesn't feel like they're coming out in that first set. And what it does, you lose the first set 25-20, and really it was never really close. I think Iowa got it close once, but then Rutgers pushed back away. But then what happens is when the second set goes against you, now you've taken away all your margin for error.
Right.
Whereas if you would have won the first set or at least come out and been more competitive in the first set, then when the second set goes against you, you're like, well, okay, we're fine. And instead, then it's just you're looking straight uphill. And then when you get real crunchy there late in the 4th set, fortunately Rutgers never had a match point there in the 4th set. Iowa always had the +1, but it's still that margin for error gets pretty fine when you don't start on time.
Right, and especially Rutgers has nothing to lose being up 2-0, kind of like you said, so they can just play free and play it easy. It puts all the pressure on Iowa's side to really, not make errors. They can't lose, so if they want to keep extending the match. So, but yeah, as far as the offense goes, really good day. I need to quit saying that. I'll get it at the end, the last 30 seconds of the broadcast. But yeah, great day from Whittingstall, hitting .636, and Farris a great 2 with 12 kills. That's a good offense for Iowa. But it's great to see Iowa's middles really stay involved as they kind of kick that off on Friday night.
When I think Charday had all 3 of those hitting errors in the first set. And so for her then to finish with 11 kills and 3 hitting errors and get that all the way up to 222 is a really nice bounce back for her. She ends up with 11 kills and 7 digs, but again, a double-double from Hannah Whittingstall, 14 and 10, throw in a couple digs as well. Alyssa Warden with a double-double, 10 kills, 10 digs, 4 blocks. Saskia Stojanovic didn't have her best offensive day, but give her 2 assists, give her an ace serve, 8 digs.
Yeah, she was
and 3
awesome
blocks.
in the back row. You'd love to see that from a middle, and yeah, she was going all out, and that effort is contagious to everyone else on the court as well. So if your middle can do it, everyone can do it.
Well, at that point, if you're the middle and you're playing that back, your way to stay on the floor is to dig that ball. Otherwise, you're going to serve and you're going to get subbed out.
Right, exactly.
So for if you want to play longer, you need to make that dig, and Saskia was fantastic. And I think it was seeing the plays too that helps her. I'm sorry, Saskia. It's not necessarily her blazing quickness that's getting her the digs.
Right.
It's reading the play well.
Yeah.
She's quick because she sees what's happening before it happens, and she reads it well and gets her there. We talk all the time about the volleyball IQ. She's done a great job from that left back spot getting balls in the air.
Definitely. And middles have no choice but to have a high volleyball IQ just with how fast everything happens in the middle in Big Ten play. Yeah, great line out here for the autograph session post-match. And great Hawkeye weekend overall.
Yeah, I will miss you for 2 more weekends. Hawks are on the road now. It's a really funny schedule this year. It's like 4 on, 4 off.
Yeah.
And we will be in the middle. We will start a 4-game road trip Halloween night, Friday night. We'll head to Chicago and take on Northwestern. The next time you and I will talk together will be also against Northwestern, a Thursday night, the 13th of November. I'll have to see. I'll have to know what Hawkeye Women Rise mean.
Yeah.
It's that night here, but that'll be the next time you and I are together here. Do you have any last thoughts or any last exhales you want to get out?
We went the distance today. It was great to see Iowa come out on top. Slow start after a really great night against Michigan State on Friday, but you love being home for 2 games. You love being home winning 2 games in the Big Ten, nonetheless.
That'll make Sunday night dinner go a little bit better after a 2-0 weekend and a win like this. So that'll do it this afternoon from Extreme Arena here in Coralville. I think 2 does make a streak. We can call it a winning streak at this point because that's how many wins in a row Iowa has now after they take down Rutgers in 5. Actually, in my notes, I had written Iowa takes down Rutgers in straight sets. Well, they did. They just spotted Rutgers 2 first. Rutgers takes the first 2, 25-20 and 26-24. Iowa responds 25-16, 27-25, and 15-9 in the deciding 5th set. Iowa looks to continue on that positive trajectory, traveling to Chicago for a Friday night matchup against Northwestern at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock from Welsh Ryan Arena. For Reagan Coyle, I'm John Evans. Thanks for listening this weekend. I will talk to you Friday night from Evanston. Have a wonderful week, and go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Also brought to you by Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.